Hey guys, we are live. I hope that everything is working. I hope that you see the chart. I hope you see me, and I hope that you hear my voice. And I see more than 40 people already waiting for this live stream. And while other members are connecting to this live stream, first of all, for those who don't know me, my name is Vasily. I'm a trading coach. I'm a pro trader, and for many years I'm trading, and I'm trading full time. And during these live streams, what I'm trying to do, I'm simply trying to show you how I analyze the market. I teach you how I trade, I teach you how I analyze different markets. We will discuss together gold, we'll analyze Forex market, we will take a look at crypto, and I will show you how my strategy works. And during this live stream, what I also want to do, as always, I want to have a discussion with you. So remember that during these live streams, we have a live chat. And in this live chat, you can ask me questions live. You can ask me to analyze anything you want. And if something is not clear in my analysis, always feel free to ask. Nice to see Saif right here. Nice to see Mundi. Nice to see Jack Rash right here. Kairon, Cam. Nice to see you, traders. Nice to see you. I see you. And yeah, let's say hello to each other. Nice to see Joshua right here. Kishav. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, traders. And what I wanted to start with today, to warm up, I wanted to show you a potential trading opportunity on WTI crude oil, and I will show you all the steps of the analysis, and I will try to explain to you how exactly I am trading. So let's open WTI crude oil. Let's take away everything from the chart, and with my trading approach is called top-down analysis, and that approach is based on the analysis of multiple time frames. First of all, we start the analysis of higher time frames. We analyze the daily chart, occasionally we analyze the weekly, and there we are looking for key levels. We are looking for the market trend right there, and we are trying to get where the market is going and from where it will be safe for us to trade the market. Nice to see Tom right here. Nice to see Paul. Nice to see Chant right here. Stanley right here. Ismail. Nice to see you, traders. Goran, Roderick, Nazir, Patrick. So many members. Chris, nice to see you. Nice to see you. And hello, everyone. So on WTI crude oil, we are in the daily time frame. And our first task right here is to simply get where the market is going right now. And here, analyzing the price action, we can see that the market is bearish. How do we know that the market is bearish? We can see right here that the market keeps setting right here low highs and low lows. And you can see that from spring, from March, we are trading in a bearish trend. Now, analyzing the recent price action, we can see, traders, that just recently WTI crude oil set a new lower close on a daily. Yes, we violated the previous low. And moreover, right here, we got a very strong structure cluster. Yes, that was broken. In the past, it was a very strong support. And take a look, traders. 1, 2, 3 times in a row, that structure was respected. And 3 times in a row, the price bounced from that. But then the structure was broken. And what happens with the structure after breakout? After breakout, it turns into resistance, right? And now, with a very high probability from that resistance, we will see a bearish reaction. Yeah, so that is the first step of our analysis. We realize that the market is bearish, that we are trading in a bearish trend, and then we spotted the zone, the area from where the next bearish movement may initiate. Yes, that is the first step. And then what we do, we start the analysis of lower time frames, and there we are looking for confirmation of our predictions. So let's analyze lower time frames and let's check what is happening there. Nice to see V-Blind right here, Brian, Jane, so many members here, Sammy right here, and yeah, everything is good, traders, and thank you for asking, and I hope that everything is fine with you as well, and I hope that you cashed out nicely with the CPI report. So we are approaching that resistance and analyzing the reaction of the price to that on the 4-hour, we can see a very peculiar thing, traders. Let's remove everything and concentrate our attention on the price action right here. So it turned out that we got a quite strong bullish wave right here. But once our resistance was reached, we were nicely rejected right here. And then we formed a doji candle. So right here at the moment, we have a very nice foundation for double top, right? The price may form the pattern right here. And if the price forms the pattern, if the price returns back to the neckline, we will have a completed pattern right here. And that pattern we will trade. And in order to trade that pattern, what we look for a breakout, the violation of its neckline to the downside. Why do we need the breakout, traders? Because the breakout of the neckline is the indication of the strength of sellers and their willingness to break the minor levels. In order to break even that neckline, we need substantial selling volumes, and its breakout is the indication of the strength of sellers. So once the price breaks and closes below that neckline, short position will be opened on a retest. Yes, we will open our sell limit order on a retest. We will set our stop loss above the highs of the pattern, and we will expect a bearish movement to a current low. Right here is our very strong structure support. For extra protection, we can also take partial profit once the market reaches that minor support. Once it is reached, you can take your stop loss, move to entry first of all, and you can also close partial profit. And in order to not miss the completion of the pattern, you shouldn't stare at the chart all day long. What you can do, you can simply set your alert below the neckline, and once that level is reached, the trading view will notify you that the pattern is completed. Yes, and I really want you to use the alert. So here will be our plan, and remember that if the price sets a new higher close right here, the setup will be invalid. So for now, we are not shorting, but here are the conditions that we are looking for to open short. Let me know, traders, what do you want me to analyze for you? Also, traders, please don't forget to like this live stream and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It motivates to do these live streams more often for you. Songs of the Midnight says, "Hey Vasily, enjoying your educational materials and your signals. You rock, man. Thank you. And Ari Varasan says, your analysis is really great. Many will not provide such details. I'm learning from you. Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you for being here. I really appreciate that. So I see a question from Giuliano about dollar index. And dollar index is in my list for today. So definitely we should analyze that together because it is very, 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 very important. Let's take a look what is happening on dollar index at the moment. So, and as always, let's start our analysis here with the daily. It is crucially important for us to understand what exactly is happening right here. Analyzing the price action here on dollar index, we can see, traders, that the market here is trading in a bearish trend. Now, we can see that here's our high. And then we started to set the sequence of lower lows and lower highs. So objectively, we are bearish right now. And what happened with the market recently was a breakout of that structure. We got right here a very strong structure support, traders, from where a strong bullish movement initiated in the past. And the market closed below that. It was a very bearish clue, right? And on the previous live stream, together we were looking for a point from where the next bearish move may initiate. And we spotted together that structure resistance. it was a very strong support in the past, but after the breakout, it turned into resistance, and we were waiting for a confirmation there to confirm our predictions. And on the 4-hour time frame, what we spotted right here was the head and shoulders pattern, right? This cute head and shoulders pattern, a classic reversal pattern. And you can see that the price violated its snake line to the new side, then we got its deep retest, and then we dropped sharply with the yesterday's CPI report, right? So price action here nicely confirmed this coming bearish movement. But now let's discuss what is next. Let's discuss what is the situation at the moment. Analyzing the daily time frame again on dollar index, what we can spot together, traders, is that horizontal structure, right? You can see that that structure was very important in the past. This year, from that structure, 2 times in a row, we saw a very nice bullish reaction. And moreover, from that point, we got this a very strong bullish wave initiated. So definitely it is a very strong support. So we may catch a pullback from that. But what will confirm to us a coming correctional movement on dollar index? Analyzing the price action here, what we may spot right here is the wedge pattern, right? Do you see, traders, that wedge? And by the way, we can probably draw it from another point, from here. Yeah, we can draw it even from here in such a way. So we have right here a falling wedge pattern. And what do we know about a falling wedge pattern, traders? Falling wedge pattern is a classic reversal pattern, and it signifies the weakness of sellers. Why? Because here, analyzing the price action, we can see in details the bearish waves within that. Yes, here are our bearish waves. And the fact is that you can see that selling momentum is slowing down within the wedge. Yes, with each bearish wick, we become weaker and weaker. And usually a bullish breakout of the resistance of the wedge is a very important bullish clue. So what I want you to pay close attention to on dollar index, I want you to pay close attention to the breakout of that trend line, yes, of the resistance of the wedge. And also I would, for extra confirmation, I was just waiting for a breakout of that horizontal structure as well. So if the price breaks and closes above that falling resistance, and if the price violates that horizontal resistance, we will expect a correctional movement on dollar index. So that is what you should look at. Let me know, traders, if you have any questions. Let me know if everything makes sense to you, right? So that is the bullish scenario, but bearish scenario is possible as well, because we are trading in a bearish trend right now. Remember that if we break and close below that support on a daily, if we see a violation of that and then the candle closes below that, we'll expect a bearish continuation, and then the market will most likely drop to that support. Let me know, traders, in the live chat, what are your expectations from a dollar index? Do you believe that this one will keep falling, or are you on a bullish side? Let me know. Goran says, crazy news tonight. By the way, don't forget and carefully. Yes, traders. So a lot of news are coming today. We have FOMC meeting today. We have the Fed rate decision. A lot of news. And definitely this news will determine the future direction of a dollar index. And these are the things that we will look for a confirmation. So let me know, traders, what are your thoughts about that? Forex Nazir says, hi Vasily, I love your analysis regarding all peers. Really awesome. Please analyze gold. Today, FOMC Fed meeting also have please analyze gold. Yes, traders, I will definitely analyze gold. And traders, please do not spam in the chat because I miss the messages of other members. Yes, so let's respect all the members right here and let's not float. Anyway, so many questions about gold. Give me, just simply give me yes in a live chat if you want me to analyze gold, and I will analyze this one for you. And also at the beginning of the live stream, I saw a question about dollar cat. Probably Chris asked to analyze, or probably Paul asked to analyze dollar cat. So let's take a look what is the situation there. So dollar cat, once it reached that structural high on a daily, started a correctional movement. The market reached a very important horizontal structure support, this one, right? And from that support, a bullish movement initiated. And you can see that here at the moment we are trading in a minor bullish trend, right? You can see that locally we keep setting higher highs and higher lows. And analyzing the price action, we can see right here a classic expanding wedge pattern. And so far, you can see that the price perfectly respects the boundaries of that wedge. I believe, traders, that most likely the pair will keep growing within the boundaries of that wedge. And I think that the price will manage to reach that resistance. Yes, probabilities are very high that this one will be reached. And you can look for buying opportunities from the support of the wedge. If you want to short, if you're looking for a signal to short, the best strategy to follow right now is to wait for a breakout of the support of the wedge, right? So wait for the test of the support of the wedge, either wait for a confirmation to buy or wait for a breakout to sell, because its breakout will trigger a bearish movement. Now let's analyze gold. A lot of questions about gold, and you know, traders, that so far I have a really nice prediction streak on gold. I guess I need more than 8 accurate predictions on gold in a row. Yeah, so far technicals work perfectly on gold, and let's hope that this streak will continue. Anyway, let's analyze that together and let me share with you my thoughts about this one. So even though gold was bullish yesterday, for now it is too early to buy. By the way, let me know, traders, if you want to know what is the fundamental reason why gold bounced yesterday. If you are interested, I can explain to you briefly. So on a weekly time frame, I want to remind you, traders, that here we have a very strong resistance, right? In the past, it was a strong support, but after the breakout, it turned into resistance from where the strong bearish movement initiated. And the fact is that approaching that structure, we formed a doji candle on that. Yes, you can see, traders, that a doji candle was formed on that resistance. And what we knew about the doji candle is that it is a very important bearish clue if it is formed on a key resistance, because it signifies the weakness of buyers. If previously we saw a very strong bullish pressure, doji tells us about the exhaustion of buyers. So that is what we see on the weekly. And we will be bullish on gold, traders, only after a weekly candle close above that resistance. Only when we violate that structure on the weekly, only then we will expect a bullish continuation. So be very patient, traders, and remember that in order to buy, we need a weekly breakout of that structure. Now let's discuss what is happening on a daily. Let's open a daily time frame and let's check the situation there. By the way, traders, please don't forget to like this live stream. I always ask you to do that, because it is really important for me, and it motivates to do these live streams more often for you. So on gold, analyzing the daily chart, we can see how perfectly the price respected that trajectory support right here. From that support, as I predicted, the market bounced, and we retested that resistance, and moreover, we even set a new local high right here on gold, high close. But you can see that even though the market bounced yesterday, even though we got the strong bullish movement yesterday, the price didn't manage to close above that resistance even on a daily, telling us how strong that resistance is. And by the way, the market bounced yesterday because of the CPI report. It turned out that the inflation in the United States is lower than it was predicted. And from that, the market participants derived that it will most likely slow down the pace of the interest rates hike, yes, that we see right now in the United States. And for that reason, gold bounced, euro dollar bounced, pound dollar bounced, right, Bitcoin bounced. So that is the main reason. And now analyzing the price action right here, traders, locally, definitely we see the signs of a bullish accumulation right here in gold. You can see that right here on a daily. We keep setting high lows. Yes, we keep setting high lows, and we set two equal highs right here. It looks like we are forming a bullish triangle right here. Yes, from a current perspective, the price action right here in gold looks to me as the bullish triangle. So we will most likely see a breakout attempt of the neckline of the triangle. So remember, traders, our plan. We are waiting for a weekly candle close above that resistance. Yes, once we break and close above that, it will confirm this bullish accumulation pattern, and it will initiate a strong bullish movement. Be very, very patient. It is always better to wait for a breakout. Now let's check what is happening on intraday time frames. By the way, let me know what are your expectations. Yes, what do you believe will happen? Are you bullish or bearish? Let me know in the live chat. On the 4-hour time frame, we can see in details how the market is growing. And here, the trend line that we spotted on a daily can give you a nice spot to use for shorting, because we will become bearish on gold locally only after breakout of that trend line. So let me say that again. If you want to sell, pay close attention to that trend line, because it is so far the closest strong support. It is the resort for buyers to buy from, and its violation will most likely trigger a strong bearish movement. Yes, and after the breakout, the market will most likely drop to that support. So wait for a breakout of this one, right, traders? Remember that in trading, in technical analysis, it is all about breakouts. So patiently wait for this one. Let me know, traders, if you want me to analyze even lower time frames. Let me know if you want me to check the 1 hour and 30 minutes. Now, and let me check, by the way, your questions. Yeah, and thank you for giving me yes, traders. I much appreciate your participation, and I truly like the fact that you like my opinion, that you appreciate my opinion about gold. Now, hey Vasily, lots of love from Zimbabwe. I believe the dollar index will fall before the FOMC and sharply rise during or after FOMC. So traders, the main thing about the FOMC is that, admit the fact that we cannot predict what they will decide. Yes, no one knows. And what we can do, we simply can follow their decision. So when I see important coming fundamental news, I'm not trying to predict what will happen? What will be the announcement? I am just developing the plan to follow the announcement. Yes, so if the announcement will be bullish for gold, I have a plan to buy. If the announcement will be bearish, then I have a plan to sell. So your task as a trader is to be flexible and to admit that everything can happen, and to have a plan to sell and to have a plan to buy. Yes, that is how you should treat the financial markets, right? Now, Tom says, how do you know the upper band of your resistance is correct and it didn't close above? Very good question, Tom. So when I draw the key levels, I use very, very, very objective rules. The upper boundary of my resistance is always based on the lowest candle close, right? You can see that here I simply took into consideration the price action, the recent price action. Yes, here let me remove these arrows, and let's remove this one, and let me explain to you in details how exactly I draw that. So analyzing the price action on the left, I spotted that structure, yes, and definitely from that we got a very nice reaction. I spotted that structure, yes, from that point the market bounced, and I spotted that structure, from that structure the market bounced. What I did then, I underlined all this wicks, right? And then I just do the adjustment based on the candle closes, right? So I take into consideration the entire wick and the candle close, right? So I take the highest candle close. It is the lower boundary of my support, and I take the lowest candle close as the upper boundary of this structure, right? So I hope you follow. And by the way, I have a watch list on my YouTube channel with a lot of videos explaining how exactly to draw the supply and demand zones, support and resistance levels. If you want to learn that, definitely check it. Yuka says, I tried to chat you on Telegram, but I can't message first. I didn't know. A lot of members text me on Telegram, and I have a dialogue with many members every day. Probably you can try to text me on Instagram. I have Instagram as well. Chris says, yesterday CPI news was for dollar, but it affects other pairs that are not related to dollar. Chris, all the markets relate to dollar. Yes, that is the fact. If you think that there's no relation, you just don't know. But it doesn't mean that the relationships do not exist. Yes, dollar is the main currency of the world, and definitely the moves there affect all the markets. Now, and I see questions about lower time frames on gold as well. Let's take a look. And Goran says, Vasily, would you recommend buying gold at 1800 level? I have a feeling a resistance is made there. Not really. Remember, my friend, that if you buy now, you will buy the resistance. Yes, and according to our rules, we sell resistance and we buy the support. Yes, so let me say that again. You should wait for a breakout first. Please be patient and wait. Patience always pays in trading. Traders, please don't forget to like this live stream. Sammy says, 169 watching Vasily, but only 46 likes. Please like and support. Yes, please do that. Now let's briefly check, traders, what is happening on an hourly time frame. So on an hourly time frame so far, after the violation, after the breakout attempt of that resistance, you can see how quickly we returned back. And so far, the price respects that support. You can see that here we have a minor support from where so far we see some bullish reactions. So if you are a scalper, if you're looking for scalping opportunities on gold, you can also wait for a breakout of that support, right? If that support is broken, if we see an hourly candle close below that, we may expect a local bearish continuation. Yes, so that support is definitely very, 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 very important. And alternatively, by the way, we also have a minor resistance right here, so that you can see that locally gold is trading within a narrow range. Yes, we have support right here, resistance right here. And if the price breaks the resistance of the range to the upside, it may lead to a bullish continuation and retest of that high. So for scalping purposes, you can follow that plan. Yes, you can either wait for a breakout of support or breakout of the resistance, right? Thank you so much, Iris, for being here, by the way. Vasily, do you watch the World Cup? Yes, I was watching yesterday's game. It was cool, yes. I really love Messi, and my girlfriend, by the way, also loves Messi. So we were watching yesterday. We were even betting, I won a very nice bet. I said that the overall score will be at least the overall score will be at least 2-0, so I made nice money. And I really wanted to go to Qatar to watch this one, but unfortunately it turned out that the organization there is not that good, and many people told me that it is not a good idea to go there. But I don't know. Let me know, traders, if you are there at the moment and if you are watching the World Cup there. Now, let me know, traders, what to analyze for you. At the beginning of this live stream, I promised to analyze Bitcoin. Let's briefly take a look and check what is the current situation on Bitcoin. So Bitcoin bounced yesterday. With the yesterday CPI report, Bitcoin bounced and set a new local high. So we are definitely trading in a minor bullish trend right here. But remember, traders, that even though we are bullish right here, globally we still remain very bearish. And so far, this bullish movement is considered to be a correctional movement within a strong bearish impulse, right? And analyzing the structures, analyzing the key levels, I see a very important key level right here. Yes, you can see that this one was a very important support in the past, and after the breakout, it turned into resistance from where the market dropped. And it looks like it is the next goal for buyers now. And you can see that the market is currently steadily growing within this bullish flag pattern. Yes, we have a very cute flag formation right here where the market is trading right now. It's better, by the way, to draw it from here, I think. Yeah. So what I would suggest you watching on Bitcoin, I would suggest you waiting for the test of that resistance and then wait for a breakout trade of that flag. Once we see the breakout of the flag support, we'll expect a bearish movement to that support first and then to that support. Yes, so you should definitely look for a breakout trade right here, traders. Yes, wait for a breakout of the flag support. It will be a very important bearish trigger. But if the market goes higher, we have a lot of resistances here, traders. We have a resistance right here. We also have a resistance right here. And we have a resistance right here. So I will try to short Bitcoin. I truly believe that from one of these resistances, the market will drop. Remember that trend is our friend. And from one of these resistances, we can catch a trend following movement. So watch carefully these structures. Let me know, traders, if you have any questions. Also, traders, please don't forget to like this live stream. And the next World Cup will be in Canada. Yeah. That's great. It's my dream to visit Canada, and I definitely I definitely will go there. Respect for Cristiano Ronaldo. Messi should lose for the final. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I believe that France should win. But it will be so surprising if Morocco wins. That will be crazy. Let me know, traders. Who do you think will win? Mundi says Messi should win to set in stone, and he is the one true GOAT. Yeah, definitely. So let's return back to trading. Let me know, traders, what you want me to analyze for you. Euro dollar. I promised Mohammed to analyze euro dollar. Let's take a look at this one together and let's check. So on euro dollar, the situation right now is very tricky. Analyzing this one on a daily, take a look what we have right here, traders. If we zoom in the chart, by the way, we have a bullish trend right here. Yes, and definitely we are growing right here. And yesterday the price violated that resistance and set a new high close. But if we zoom out the chart and look left at structure, we have right here that resistance, right? Very important resistance that was respected many times in a row in the past. So after the breakout of one resistance, the market is facing another resistance. And for now, again, everything depends on a breakout. So if we break that resistance to the upside, it will be a very bullish signal, and we will expect a bullish movement to the next strong resistance. Our next strong resistance will be right here. But if the price breaks below that support, then we will expect a bearish movement, right? So again, it is better to wait for a breakout right here. It is very hard to make a prediction from a current perspective, because even though we are bullish, key level right here is very important. Yes, so let's wait for the reaction. Let me know, traders, what do you think will happen next on euro dollar? What are your expectations? Yeah, and talking about football, I really like Mbappe. This one is true GOAT. I really like this guy, even though in this tournament he is not that good, but overall, he is a very great player. Now US 30, let's analyze US 30, and nice to see Prabhu right here. Nice to see you, nice to see all the members here. Yes, so many people watching this live stream, and I'm happy, traders, that we have so friendly environment right here. By the way, pound dollar. I also saw a question about pound dollar, so briefly, let's take a look at this one. So on pound dollar, similar to euro dollar, on pound dollar we are trading in a bullish trend, right? And yesterday we broke and closed above that structure, right? We got a confirmed breakout of that resistance, and that resistance right now turned into support. Looking left at structure, the closest strong resistance that we have on a pound dollar is right here, right? So pound dollar has some potential to grow. Euro dollar is on the resistance, but pound dollar is below the resistance and on the support. So from that support, we may expect a bounce. Let's take a look how the price reacts to that on the 4-hour. On the 4-hour time frame, you can see that we were falling, and once we started to approach that support, we formed a doji candle on that. And then we formed a bullish engulfing candle. And with that strong bullish candle, we engulfed this two bearish candles. So it is a very important bullish clue. One more thing to consider here is that on the 4-hour time frame, we have that trend line. And that trend line so far is a very important intraday support. So technically speaking, our demand zone, pound dollar, is based on that trend line and that horizontal demand area. Now, analyzing the hourly time frame. On an hourly time frame here, we see a classic reversal pattern. We can see, traders, right here that the price formed a double bottom. double bottom, and we have a confirmed neckline breakout, right? You can see that we violated the neckline right here. So a lot of bullish clues right here. So I think that pound dollar may bounce and retest that high. Yes, so locally bias is bullish, so let's expect a bullish continuation. Now, Brugger says, hello and greetings from Switzerland. Is it possible to have a look at DAX 40? Thanks for the good analysis information. Thank you. And don't forget to like this live stream, by the way. So let's briefly take a look at DAX index, and then I will analyze NASDAQ and US30. So let's talk briefly about the indexes. Right, traders? I guess that would be a good decision. So briefly about DAX. Nice bearish move, by the way. Yeah, very nice bearish reaction right here. Let's take a look what is happening right here at the moment. So DAX index recently violated that structure resistance, right? Bounced nicely and reached that structure, right? Now, we can see very nice bearish reactions from that resistance so far, but at the same time, we also found a very nice support right here. So technically speaking, the index right now is stuck within the range, the so-called decision range. So your best strategy to follow right here is to wait for a breakout. As always, yes, bullish violation of the resistance of the range will trigger bullish continuation to the next resistance, to this one, right? That will be the next goal. But if the price breaks the support of the range, then we will drop. And alternatively, you can consider trading the boundaries of the range. You can sell the resistance and buy the support. Yes, so you can wait for the test of the support and wait for a confirmation there to buy. Let's check, by the way, how the price reacted to that when it was approaching that. So you can see that here on an hourly, when the market was approaching that support, we formed right here a very nice inverted head and shoulders pattern, right? Then the price violated its neckline and bounced. So such a kind of a confirmation you should look for to trade the market within that range. US30 index. On US30 index, the situation is very tricky because yesterday we saw a very strong bullish movement, but then a heavy rejection. And from a current perspective, on US30 index, we have a very strong support right here, and we have the resistance right here. So again, a classic decision range. Yes, where we are stuck at the moment. If we break the resistance of the range, it will be a bullish signal, and then the market will reach that resistance, right? But if we break the support of the range, then a bearish movement will be expected to that support, right? So again, it's all about breakout. Yes, wait for a breakout, traders. And probably the today's FOMC meeting will clarify the direction, and the markets will either bounce heavily and break the resistance of the range or drop violating the support of the range. Now, why US30 dropped after strongly bullish rally, says a man. That is the main thing about fundamentals, traders. So even though initially the news for the index were very bullish, then the market realized that probably these news are not that strong. Yes, they do not provide such a strong bullish clue to keep pushing. So that is the main problem with the fundamentals. We never know exactly how the market will react to them, how the market will perceive them. Technicals reliably show us the clues, the confirmations, the signals, the patterns, while the fundamentals are quite often very random and chaotic. That is why I'm so passionate about technical analysis. Now, I promised to analyze dollar yen. Let's take a look at dollar yen. On dollar yen, the situation right now is quite tricky, but looks bearish. Definitely looks bearish. Analyzing the daily time frame, let's execute the trend analysis first on dollar yen. And by the way, traders, please don't forget to like this live stream and let me know if you have any questions. Traders, remember that if I don't answer your question, it simply means that I missed that. We have a lot of members right here constantly asking. So if I miss your question, just ask again after some time and I will do my best to answer. So I'm not ignoring you. It is just hard to follow so many messages in the chat. Now, on the dollar yen pair, we are bearish, right? After the price reached that high, we started to trade in a minor bearish trend, right? And recently what happened with the pair, we violated that important support cluster. Yes, that support cluster was broken and then it turned into resistance. And analyzing the reaction of the price just on a daily time frame, you can see that then testing that resistance, that broken resistance, we formed right here a very cute double top. Yes, very cute double top right here. So it makes me think, and now we are trading below the neckline. So it makes me think that dollar yen may keep falling. And so far I expect a bearish continuation to that support first. Yes, it is the closest strong structure support that we see on a daily. And then if the price violates this one to the downside, then we will drop even lower. And then the next goal for sellers will be that support. So the trend is bearish. Pattern right here is very bearish. I guess you see this very strong bearish engulfing candle on a daily. Yes, with that candle, we engulfed multiple bullish and bearish candles trading within a very narrow range. So definitely this one looks very bearish. Tom says, do you check fundamentals before opening positions? No. Tom, when in the morning I open the charts, I check the fundamentals, but I check the fundamentals because they tell me when to expect the volatility from the market. And for example, if I don't see the coming news during the day, probably it is the signal for me to skip a trading session, right? Because the absence of the fundamentals quite often makes the market weak. So fundamentals definitely play a very important role. However, there are different ways to apply the economic calendar. Yes, and to me, it simply shows me when I can expect important bullish or bearish moves, right? But for me, the only trigger that I'm looking for is the technical signal. Yes, the signal that is based on technical analysis. Yes, I hope it is clear. Now, EURUCAD and EURUSD. Let's analyze. And by the way, I also promised to analyze Nasdaq index. Let's analyze this one. Yes, and Nasdaq index is also within the range. Yes, as many indexes, Nasdaq index is currently stuck within that horizontal trading range. Yes, and for now we are perfectly respecting its resistance and its support. And bullish movement on the index will be expected if we break and close above that resistance. Its bullish violation may trigger bullish continuation to that resistance. Yes, that will be our next goal. But if the price breaks the support of the range, it will be a very bearish signal, and then the index will most likely drop. So on focus is that range. Wait for the breakout of one of its boundaries, or alternatively monitor the reaction of the price to its resistance or its support for a potential pullback trade within. Now, Euro yen. Let's take a look at Euro yen, and Nazir says, if only there's a provision for voice notes. Nazir, unfortunately, I don't really know how to execute that, how to do that properly. I was trying to implement that, but I didn't find the way. Probably in future I will find the solution. And Jack says, hello Vasily, I follow you from Syria. Nice. Thank you so much. By the way, my barber is from Syria. And he is a very, very nice guy. Thank you for your nice analysis today. The decision to raise interest rates on the US dollar, how we can benefit from it. Yeah, so again, Jack, we don't know what will happen, right? That is the fact. What we can do, however, we can just prepare ourselves and we can develop the set of conditions to follow. And analyzing multiple instruments, I just share with you the potential scenarios to follow. So, for example, in euro dollar, we know what to do if the news are positive, and we know what to do if the news are negative. Yes, so we always have a plan to sell and we always have a plan to buy. Yes, and we don't know what will happen. Now, euro yen. So on euro yen, the situation is very tricky. So on euro yen, analyzing this one on a daily time frame and analyzing the price action with my students, I spotted that wedge pattern. Yeah, the wedge pattern right here, or the flag. Let's call that a bullish flag. And it turned out that the price, trading in a long-term bullish trend, violated its resistance to the upside. Yes, we got a confirmed breakout of that. But then the next day we dropped, and now we are trading below that again. So from a current perspective, it looks like a false breakout, right? It looks like here we got a manipulation. The market managed to close above that resistance, violate that, but then the market makers started to push the market and it returned back within the boundaries of that flag. So the false breakout, even though it is false, it is still the indication of the weakness of sellers, because sellers didn't manage to keep the price within the channel. So probably we will bounce, but from some lower level. Probably we have some demand cluster right here. So probably buying volumes will accumulate from that zone. Yes, and then the market will bounce. So for now, locally, I still remain bullish. Yes, and I'm still waiting for a bullish continuation. But if the price breaks that support to the downside, it will be a bearish clue. Yes, and then most likely we will drop much lower, and then the goal for sellers will be that support. You can see, by the way, that analyzing the price action here on the 4-hour, we are forming here a head and shoulders pattern, right? So the breakout of its neckline will be a very bearish clue. Yeah, so be prepared for a bearish continuation. Traders, please don't forget to like this live stream, and please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And thank you for all your questions. Daniel says, can you analyze WTI oil? My friend, we started today's live stream with WTI crude oil. I showed it my trading plan. Yeah, so you can check. I shared the plan how to short that. I shared the stop loss, the entry, the targets, and the exact plan, so you can take a look. Lauren, and please, Anna, please do not spam. I know that you have a question, but other members have questions too. And when you send so many same messages, I miss the questions of other members. So please do not spam. So after analyzing a daily chart and moving to the 4-hour chart to check out the price action, do you make entries there when you get confirmation, or you move to the 1-hour time frame to make entry? So traders, when I analyze the charts, I analyze the higher time frame, the daily time frame for key levels, and 4-hour and 1-hour time frame for confirmations. If I have a confirmation on the 4-hour time frame, if I have a pattern on the 4-hour, then I trade on the 4-hour. But if I don't have a pattern on the 4-hour, but I have the pattern on an hourly time frame, then I trade on an hourly time frame. Yes, so either 4-hour or 1 hour. Yes, so both these time frames are very important. EuroCAD, question from Saif and Chris about EuroCAD. Traders, by the way, share with me the feedback of this. What do you think about this live stream? Do you enjoy that or not? Let me know your thoughts. Yes, so EuroCAD, let's analyze EuroCAD together and let's check. So EuroCAD is unstoppable, right? EuroCAD keeps growing like crazy. What do we see here at the moment? So recently, EuroCAD broke a very important structure. We got a very important structural resistance right here that was broken to the upside. Yes, we closed above that structure, and now we are approaching another resistance. Yes, we have a resistance right here. Yeah, and we have a lot of resistances on EuroCAD lying very close to each other. Yeah, so definitely at some moment EuroCAD will definitely start a correctional movement, but so far it is unstoppable. Let's take a look what is happening on the 4-hour time frame. Let's check what we can rely on EuroCAD to short. Here, analyzing the price action, you can see, traders, that we have right here this very nice rising channel, and you can see that so far it is a nice resort for buyers to buy from. Yes, and we see very nice bullish reactions from its support. So you can wait for the test of one of these levels. For example, you can wait for the test of that resistance, and then as a confirmation, you can wait for a breakout of the channel's support. Yes, it can be your trigger to short. And we don't know exactly, traders, from where the market will drop. Yes, it is hard to say which resistance will be respected. That is why we need confirmation. If we just blindly trade the key levels, quite often we will be caught by breakouts. Yes, and quite often we will lose. But confirmation helps us to avoid this structure breakout. So wait for the test of one of these resistances and wait for a confirmation, wait for a breakout of the channel to short. Yeah, best barbers from Syria, definitely. Now EURUSD, let's analyze EURUSD. So on EURUSD the situation is quite tricky, but I am very bearish. On EURUSD, here on a daily time frame, you can see that we are trading within that range, right? We have a very nice and wide horizontal trading range. And approaching that resistance, take a look what we spotted with my students on the 4-hour. On the 4-hour time frame, analyzing the price action with my students, we spotted right here a very cute head and shoulders pattern, right? And you can see that the price violated its neckline to the downside, and after 2 retests we see a very strong bearish pressure. So I believe that this one will keep falling. Yes, for now I expect a bearish continuation to that support first, and if that support is broken, I will expect a bearish movement to that support. Yes, so bias is very bearish, and simply what you should do, you should wait for a breakout of that support if you didn't short the breakout of the neckline of this head and shoulders pattern. Let me know, traders, if you have any questions. Yes, let me know if you want to ask me something. And Paul says, really enjoyed your live stream. Please do it often, please. Thank you. By the way, traders, Christmas is coming, and the next week will be the Christmas week. Let me know what are your plans for next week. Do you want me to do the live stream next week, or it is better to skip because it is Christmas week? Let me know what are your plans. Now, natural gas. I see a question from Jane about natural gas, and Anna says, really enjoying your live. Thank you so much, Anna. Thank you. I truly appreciate it. And maybe something exotic, New Zealand dollar, says Dominic. yeah. So let's take a look at natural gas and then New Zealand dollar. And Sanat, we already analyzed dollar CAD. Please check the recording. Dollar CAD was analyzed at the beginning of this live stream. So please check the recording I shared with you. I shared there my thoughts and forecast. So natural gas. Let's take a look. And on natural gas, we see a perfect example on how key levels work. Traders, have you seen how perfectly the price respects that key level, right? You can see that already 1, 2, 3 times in a row. The price nicely bounces from that, and we see nice bullish reactions from that. And now let's zoom in the chart, and I will show you something peculiar right here. So take a look. Here we have a gap up, and gaps are very important because it is the 80% chance always that the gap will be filled. Take a look, for example, at that gap. Yes, huge gap to the downside. But then quite quickly, that gap was filled. Right here, traders, we also had a very nice gap. And then that gap was filled. So my expectations are that that gap right here will be filled as well. So be prepared for a local bearish movement. Let's take a look what is happening on the 4-hour. On the 4-hour, yeah, we already, by the way, filling this gap. So for now, I would just see that this one will drop to that support, filling that gap. But overall, we should realize, traders, that right now the prices on natural gas are highly dependent on the interventions. This bearish movement, I frequently monitor the fundamentals on natural gas, and the recent bearish movements happen without any reason. These are definitely the interventions in the market. So I believe, traders, that we might expect more tests of that support, and I really want you to recommend looking for buying opportunities from that support, because it looks like for now there are a lot of orders there lying on that support. So try to buy from there, yes, and be prepared that that gap here will be filled. Now, Cooper, let's also take a look at Cooper. We opened my commodities watch list, so we can take a look at Cooper as well. By the way, to be honest, I haven't checked Cooper for a while. So let's see what is happening right here. So first of all, we I guess we have a very nice trend line right here, right? The price perfectly respects that trend line. We see very nice bullish reactions from that. What else do we have here on Cooper? We have some things. One more trend line right here. Let's check. Not really. Let's check. Where's our? Have you seen, my friend, that here on the left we have a very strong resistance? Yes, very strong structure right here that the market is approaching right now. So definitely from this one, we may expect a bearish reaction. Now let's take a look what is happening on the 4-hour. On the 4-hour time frame, still a healthy bullish trend. And on the 4-hour time frame, the price here respects that trend line. So your trigger to short might be a bearish breakout of that trend line to the downside. If the price breaks and closes below that, it will be a very important bearish clue. Yes, so you can look for shorting based on that trend line. Now, if we open an hourly time frame, if we have something on an hourly time frame, I guess nothing. Yeah, I guess nothing. So for now, I would recommend you waiting for a bearish breakout of that support. Yeah, Paul says, sir, you and Messi are my goat. Thank you so much. Thank you. Book says, dollar yen, please. My friend, we already analyzed dollar yen. Please check the recording. Yes, I shared my forecast there. Nazir says, where are you from, Vasily? I am from Russia. I was born in Russia, and when I was 17, I moved to Finland, and I got my higher education in Finland. Then I was living for some time in Belgium, in some other countries, yes, and this year I moved to United Arab Emirates, and so far I really enjoy, yes, the and living in Dubai. But I'm traveling a lot, so my work lets me travel constantly. So I visited a lot of countries this year. Now I promised to analyze. New Zealand dollar. Let's take a look what is happening on New Zealand dollar pair. And by the way, traders, don't forget to like this live stream. Yes, your likes are very important and they motivate to do this live streams more often for you. And if I missed your question, in the live chat just in a couple of minutes, please ask again. Yeah, I won't finish a live stream before I answer all your questions. And Jane says, thank you so much for excellent analysis, brothers. Thank you. So, New Zealand dollar. What we see on a daily time frame is that the price reached a key level, right? This key daily structural resistance is reached, and definitely from that we may see a strong bearish reaction. Now, if we analyze the trend lines, let's look for something right here. Let's try to spot some trend line right here that we can rely on. Let's try to draw, for example, from here. Yeah, not that good, not that good. Let's probably on the 4 hour. Probably on the 4 hour we have some. Yeah, on the 4 hour time frame we have some trend line. Take a look. Yeah, so we have a rising trend line right here. And so far, that trend line is the resort for buyers to buy from. Let's, by the way, to draw from here as well. Yeah. So we have even two trend lines. Let's check if we have more right here. We have that trend line right here. A lot of trend lines here on New Zealand dollar. Let's try to check even more. This one right here looks invalid to me. Yeah. So we spotted right here 3 trend lines. And so far, we have 2 trend lines right here lying very close to each other. And these 2 trend lines compose the local demand zone, right? From where the market may bounce. But because we are approaching a very strong resistance that we spotted in the daily, a bearish reaction may initiate. So you can look for a breakout of these 2 trend lines as your trigger to sell, expecting a bearish movement to that trend line. Yeah, so on focus will be the reaction of the price to this 2 trend lines. Yes, wait for the breakout of one of those and not wait for the breakout of them both, right? And when them both are broken, a bearish movement will be expected. Right, I hope it makes sense to you. Mundi says, I always tend to make big profits on Wednesday to Friday every week. But after the market close on the weekend, I tend to get thrown and lose a lot in the beginning of the week. So Mundi, everything depends on your trading style. Yes, and I know that some traders close their trades before the weekend. I prefer to keep holding my trades. Yes, with my trading style, I have very safe stop losses, so I usually hold my trading positions through the weekend. But if you close, it is not bad. You know, your trading style is a very personal thing, and you should do what works personally to you. Yeah, traders, let me know if you have any questions. I see a question about pound dollar from Music Lover. Music Lover, we already discussed pound dollar. I guess it was analyzed around 15 minutes ago, so you can check the recording. Yeah, Aussie New Zealand. A lot of questions about Aussie New Zealand and Euro Yen. So we will analyze Aussie New Zealand first and then analyze Euro Yen. And Ovidiu says, thank you so much for the time and analysis you dedicate to help traders. Thank you, and thank you for being here. Remember that this live streams wouldn't be possible without you traders. So I truly appreciate that you are here with me and watch this live stream. So Aussie New Zealand. Let's take a look at the pair and let's check the situation. Aussie New Zealand indeed is very tricky, by the way. And first thing to watch. I remember that somewhere here I saw a trend line. Probably it was this one. Yeah, probably. Let me think what I saw right here. Let's zoom out and check. So here, I guess you saw Aussie New Zealand that we got here a very important demand cluster that the price didn't manage to violate. And on that demand cluster, we formed a double bottom, right? Double bottom with the equal lows. Here it goes. And we have that trend line right here. So let me remember from where exactly I was drawing that. Let's try to draw it from that high. Probably, yeah. So I guess we should draw it from that high. This way, yeah. Take a look. So we have a very important falling trend line right here. And if we add one more into the equation, you can see that right here on Aussie New Zealand, we have a falling channel, right? So what I would suggest you looking for right here on Aussie New Zealand, I would suggest you looking for a breakout trade. Yes, wait for a breakout of the resistance of the channel. It will be a very bullish clue, and then most likely correctional movement will start on Aussie New Zealand. So wait for a breakout right here. Let's check if we... Yeah, and alternatively remember that the breakout of that horizontal support to the new side will be a very important bearish clue. And then the market will most likely drop to that support. So these are the scenarios for you to follow. But I believe that the market right now is too oversold, and definitely the correctional movement is coming. So the bullish scenario looks highly probable to me. Yusuf says, how can we manage entry with structure that is giving 150 pips stop loss gap? Abba, remember that our stop losses are pattern based, not structure based. So when we analyze the chart, we are looking for key levels, right? We are looking for key levels, and from them we are trading. But we execute the trade based on the price action patterns, right? That is the important element of the trading strategy. We trade the pattern, and stop loss is pattern based. And on my YouTube channel, I have a video how to set a stop loss. You can watch that. There I explained exactly how I set the stop loss. And thank you, by the way, for your questions. Definitely a question about stop loss and 150 pep stop loss gap is very good. Let me introduce what else do you want to analyze for you. When would you visit Nigeria? I really, by the way, with my girlfriend, we really wanted to visit Africa. We thought to visit South Africa, the Zanzibar, and many other countries. So probably next year. Yeah, I know I have a lot of followers there, and on live streams when I check the statistics from the YouTube, I see a lot of people watching these live streams from Africa, and I truly appreciate it, especially from Nigeria. So thank you for invitation, Nazir. Now, what I wanted to analyze for you, I guess it will be CAD Swiss. Yes, I see a question from Camila. Let's take a look. At CAD Swiss and check the situation on CAD Swiss. So CAD Swiss is unstoppable. Yeah, I guess you see traders that this one keeps falling and falling and falling. But recently we reached a very important support. And at least temporarily, the market is stagnating. Yes, we see a very important key level right here that the market is approaching right now. Now, with that being said, we have a channel there. Probably it is on a 4-hour. Let's open a 4-hour time frame and check where it is. Yeah, so we have right here this expanding wedge pattern, right? And you can see that. And by the way, we have one more right here, if I remember correctly. Probably this one. Yeah. So we have right here two channels, the smaller channel and the bigger channel. And if the price breaks the resistance of the channel, we will most likely bounce to the resistance of that channel. And of course, if we violate the resistance of that channel, then the market will go higher. So because we are currently standing on a key level, because you can see that we started to consolidate and that we are currently trading within a very narrow range here on the 4-hour, it looks like the market is preparing for a pullback, and you can consider the breakout trade for your interest. Yes, so please consider this trend lines in your analysis and wait for breakout. Now, Daniel says WTI technicals are bearish, but what about the fundamentals? I guess the fundamentals for WTI are bearish as well. As it turned out, the main policy of the United States right now is to control the prices on crude oil. And they sell the oil from the reserves, yes, lowering the price. So if you're wondering why WTI crude oil is trading in a bearish trend right now, the fact is that United States are selling the reserves, right? And for now, while they keep doing that, we are expecting a bearish continuation on WTI. But once they stop, it will push the market heavily. Yeah, so if you're a fundamental trader, you can consider this news for trading. Yeah, let me know, traders, if you have any questions. Tom says, how do you spot a false breakout? Good question. Let's, by the way, I have some videos on my YouTube channel. You can check. And if in brief, imagine that we have a strong resistance. Yes, we see very nice bearish reactions from that, and then we see its breakout. The market closes above that, and we see that such a breakout is confirmed. But once the price returns back within the boundaries of that and drops to the closest strong support, that is the indication that the breakout is false. So at the moment when the price retests the broken structure, the breakout still remains valid. But once the price returns to the closest strong structure support, that is the trigger for you that the breakout that you spotted is false, right? I hope, Tom, you got the answer, and I hope it makes sense to you. Traders, please don't forget to like this live stream. Let me know. Please share with me the feedbacks. Let me know what you think about this live stream. Probably, traders. You can tell me how to make this live streams better. Probably I should analyze something else. Probably I should analyze the altcoins. Probably stocks. Let me know. Now, I saw a big question from Abba. May you please help me with your signal for even 1 week? We're having difficulties with entry points most of the time. I personally analyze market, but sometimes structure give me the gap of stop loss was 150 pips. Yusuf, if you think that just one single signal per week will fix your trading performance, that is wrong. Remember that in order to trade profitably, you should be consistent. Yes, you should be consistent, and you should trade all the setups meeting your entry conditions. Yes, so one single trade won't improve your stats. Yes, your strategy should be rule-based, and you should treat all the setups that meet the conditions for interest. Yes, I hope you got what I'm trying to say. Euro New Zealand. Let's analyze Euro New Zealand, and let's check on Euro New Zealand. The situation is very tricky. By the way, on Friday I made a very nice prediction on Euro New Zealand on my free Telegram channel. I shared a very bearish forecast, and the market dropped sharply there. So let's take a look what is happening with the pair at the moment. We are on a daily. Yes, we are on a daily time frame, and here we can see that the market is bearish. Yes, for now we keep falling, and analyzing the price action right here, we can see, traders, that at the moment, Euro New Zealand is trading within that channel, yes, or even the expanding wedge pattern. And so far, the price perfectly respects its boundaries. Here, zooming in the chart, we can even spot the signs of a bearish accumulation. You can see that here we have a local bearish triangle. So those who want to catch a bearish continuation on Euro New Zealand, I would suggest waiting for a bearish breakout of that support. If we close below that on a daily, it will most likely push the market lower. And the next goal for sellers will be that support, right? That structure that I see on the left. So you can consider that breakout trade. Alternatively, remember that if the price breaks the resistance of the channel to the upside, it will be a very bullish clue, and then the market will most likely bounce. But while the market keeps trading within that expanding wedge, we remain bearish biased. Trend is always our friend, so it's always better to be on the side of the trend. Mundi says, do weekly live streams throughout of your market analysis. These are always so helpful, and I always look forward to this. Yeah, by the way, I was thinking about that. I was thinking one day to just start a live stream and just to go through all the instruments in my watch list. Yes, so to make a list and kind of go through all of them and only then start a Q&A. Yes, kind of little bit switchy format. But yeah, thank you for the proposition. Yeah. C says, we'll be glad to meet you in Nigeria. Thank you so much. Thank you. And thank you, Chris. Thank you, Paul, for your support. Now, about your questions, what else I promised you to analyze? So many messages. Have I analyzed New Zealand cat? I guess I didn't. So let's analyze New Zealand cat together. So New Zealand cat here, unstoppable, definitely unstoppable. But we have a very important resistance cluster here on New Zealand cat. Yes, do you see this one, traders? Phenomenally strong structure is ahead, and we already got a very nice rejection from that. Yes, once the price reached that, we got a very nice rejection from that. So what can be our signal to short the market from that resistance? Here on a daily time frame, I see that rising channel. Yes, we have a very nice rising parallel channel right here. Yes, and you can see that so far buyers are buying from the support of the channel, and we see a very nice bullish moves from that. So the signal that we would look for right here to sell would be a breakout of the channel's support to the downside. If we break and close below that trend line, it will be a very important bearish clue. Yes, that would be your confirmation. So focus your attention on that structure and wait for a breakout. Yes, focus your attention on that vertical trend line. Yes, on that vertical structure. And remember that because the market is very bullish, the market may go higher as well. And if we violate that resistance on a weekly, if we close above that on a weekly, we'll go a bit higher. Yes, and our next resistance will be right here. Yes, so consider that structure in your analysis as well. Yes, and consider breakout trade of that resistance. Let me know, traders, if everything is clear. Tuan says, please check gold. My friend, we already analyzed gold. At the beginning of this live stream, we analyzed gold, and I shared my multiple time frame analysis for gold, so you can check the recording. By the way, let's briefly check what was happening while I was analyzing some other charts. Remember that on an hourly time frame, we spotted that local horizontal trading range right here, and we concluded that its bullish breakout may be a local bullish signal. So if the price violates that resistance to the upside, the market will most likely bounce to that resistance. Yes, so that for now is is the outlook. Nice to see Zoli right here. Nice to see Andy. Nice to see you. And if you just joined, you can check the recording because we analyzed a lot of instruments today. You can check. Daniel says, Twitter space should be really effective and fun, where people can share their thoughts and discuss. Yeah, I think so. What are your Forex expectations for 2023? Tom, I will, when this trading year will end, I will definitely record videos for the next year. I will record the videos about major Forex peers in 2023. I will record a video about gold in 2023. So definitely I will share the thoughts with you. But for now, let's keep trading this year. Yes, let's wait till this year finishes, and only then let's make projections for the next year. But the only thing is clear, I guess, probably crypto will keep falling next week. Yes, reading the news about Binance and stuff, I guess this one may drop. Bitcoin may drop even lower next week. Aleo says, how to set the trading account to be able to place a lot that can allow to risk 1%. You should apply the position size calculator. There are multiple ways to apply that. Either you can do it with the trading terminal. If your trading terminal supports that, it is the quickest way. The trading terminal that I use is CTrader, and the position size calculator is there, and the system automatically calculates the lot size for you. But if you use something else, you should apply the position size calculator. For example, on Baby Pip's website. I have a video on my YouTube channel. Yes, it is one of the recent where I recorded how exactly to apply a position size calculator. You can check. Paul says, my mommy will be glad to meet you in person. Love you. Thank you, Paul. Thank you so much. We connect as Nigerian. Yeah, a lot of Nigerians here, traders. Nice to see you. Nice to see you all, and welcome to this live stream. Uzaif says, how are, sir, what's your view on natural gas and US30? My friend, we already analyzed natural gas and US30. On US30, we spotted that range, and for now, we expect the continuation of trading within that range. And on natural gas locally, we are very bearish. EURUSD, Christina, sorry, I forgot to analyze EURUSD, or probably I guess I even analyzed. Yeah, Christina, so I already analyzed. We discussed that probably here on EURUSD we have a false breakout, and we will be bearish again if the price breaks that horizontal support on the 4-hour. Yes, we spotted a head and shoulders pattern here on the 4-hour, and if the price breaks that horizontal support to the downside, then the market will most likely drop. But if the price respects that support and bounces beyond the trend line, then a bullish continuation will be expected. So again, it is all about breakouts. Nazir says, Vasily, I suggest you add shorts to your setups and updates. Thank you. Yeah, that is a good idea as well. You know, my girlfriend also told me that shorts is a good element to add in my content. Probably I will do that this year as well. Thank you for letting me know. Moht Nuraizad says, thank you for interesting ideas. Thank you for being here and watching. Yeah, traders, please don't forget to like this live stream. Akpan says, please, I am new in the trading world. Please, I need your assistance to get through, please. Akpan, start with my videos. I have a lot of videos, especially I have a lot of videos for the beginners. Yes, I have the separate playlist with the trading basics. So you can start with that and then join the live streams and watch how we analyze the market and watch the trading setups that I share. Yes, that would be the best start for you. Ankit says, today is Fed result. Yes. So today we have FOMC and we have the interest rate decision today coming. So it will be announced in 5 hours. Yes, so let's see what will happen. Yes, we are patiently waiting for these announcements, and for now we don't know what will happen, but we know how we will react. Ekpan says, yeah, Ekpan, so I already answered, yes. Khan says, I like your simple method. Thank you so much. Allow, New Zealand yen. Allow says, New Zealand yen, let's take a look. Let me know, traders, if you want me to analyze something else for you. Yes, let me know. I will be happy to analyze all the instruments for you. Just let me know what else do you want me to analyze. Now, New Zealand yen. So on New Zealand yen, the situation is very tricky. And here it is better to analyze this one on a weekly first. Because I want you to realize that here on New Zealand yen, on a weekly time frame, we have that very strong resistance cluster that was respected many times in the recent past. But at the same time, here on New Zealand yen, we keep setting higher levels, right? We have a higher level right here. We have a higher level right here. So here on New Zealand yen, we have a perfect example of a bullish accumulation. The price keeps setting equal highs and higher lows. And taking into consideration that we are trading in a long-term bullish trend, bullish breakout of the resistance of that bullish accumulation pattern is highly probable. So what I would recommend you right here, I would recommend you waiting for a bullish breakout of that resistance. If we close above that on the weekly, it will trigger a strong bullish movement, right? And then the market will most likely go higher. The next resistance, the next goal for buyers will be that structure. So you can consider that it can be a very nice swing trade. Yes. Alternatively, locally, we can see that for now bears are pushing, right? We see a local bearish reaction at the moment, and yeah, but no pattern right here so far to watch. So for now, the plan is to wait for breakout of that resistance. Nazir says, Vasily, what are your thoughts on the effect of FOMC on gold? Do you see a bearish movement? Nazir, so far, locally, the price action is definitely very bullish, and analyzing the price action on a daily on gold, we spotted right here a bullish accumulation pattern. Yes, this one right here definitely looks like a bullish accumulation pattern, but we don't know what will be the decision. And for that reason, we discussed the bearish scenario and the bullish scenario. Yes, for a bearish scenario, we are waiting for a breakout of the trend line. Yes, it will be a very important bearish clue. And as a bullish scenario, we discussed that we need a weekly candle close above that resistance. So these are the things that we are watching currently on gold. Ankit says, I'm from India. Nice to see you, Ankit. And I have a lot of students from India. Yes, thank you. And thank you for supporting my work. Now, Travel with Fred says, I'm from Kenya. I have a question. How do you close a trade to get the profit before it breaks down? So I have very strict rules for the trade management. Yes, I know in advance the exact levels where I take the partial profit, and I know the exact level where I take the entire profit. And I know the point where I move my stop loss to entry. Yes, these are very important conditions to have in your trading plan. So that you build only with the experience. Overlappy says, why are you doing your analysis at the middle of this week? I thought analysis is done at the start of the week. So I shared the analysis on Monday as well. You can check that. The analysis there was local, and many predictions that I shared on Monday already played out. Yes, so I decided to share my new predictions on this live stream. Moreover, I receive a lot of questions from many followers every day asking for updates, and this live stream is one of the best ways to give the updates for you. Yeah, so that is why I'm doing that. Kedian, my friend, I guess we already analyzed. No, we didn't analyze. So let's take a look at Kedian. Yeah, so on Kedian, Earlier, I made a very bearish forecast, and as I predicted, the market dropped after retest of that broken structure. On CAD yen, we spotted that horizontal structure support that was broken, and with my students, we made a prediction that it turned into resistance, and from that, the market will drop, and the market dropped perfectly from that. So now let's discuss what is next. The first thing to watch right here on CAD yen is the trend line. Take a look. We have right here this major rising trend line. In the past, it was a very strong resistance, right? You can see that 3 times in a row we saw very strong bearish waves from that. But then that trend line was broken to the upside, yes, and then it turned into support. And now we are closer and closer and closer to that. So who knows? Probably from that trend line we will see a bullish movement. Just a bit lower, little bit lower, we have also a demand cluster right here. And also, if we analyze the price action from that low, we also have a trend line right here. So on CAD yen, we have a lot of supports right here. And technically speaking, we have one horizontal support and we have 2 vertical supports. Let me underline the demand cluster for you. So that will be our demand cluster on CAD yen. And I believe that from that cluster, we may see a bullish movement. So be prepared, be prepared. Even though locally, we see a very nice consolidation right here. We see a very nice bearish flag right here. Remember that after its bearish breakout, the market quite quickly faced that demand cluster. So be prepared for a bullish wave from that. Now, CAD yen analyzed. What is your prediction about gold today considering farms? Junaid, for now, as I told, it is very hard to make any prediction. Yes, it is better to wait for the exact announcement. Now, I was asking how to use the position size calculator with a $100 initial account. Aldeo, please try the CTrader terminal. Yes, and create a demo account there with $100 deposit. And inside, there is the position size calculator that you can apply. Just try it. It is very, 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 very simple. FOMC time with World Cup matches time. Yeah, Vanessa. Yes, definitely. You know, when I checked that FOMC meeting today is exactly at the time of the today's game, damn, I was so shocked. You know, it was so funny, but definitely cheaters. So let me be honest. So when we will have the FOMC today, I will watch football. Yeah. So even though FOMC is very important today, football is more important. So I will watch. I will watch football. I hope you understand. Paul says, "Sir, please always post some trade ideas on free Telegram group. Some I will make some dollars and come to your private group, please." Yeah, so I'm doing my best. Truly, I'm doing my best. I'm trying to provide as many posts as I can on my free Telegram channel. Yes, I can. I'm trying to post at least three setups per day. Yes, and yeah, if I see more, I will definitely post more. By the way, traders, I have a free Telegram channel. It is called Vasily Trader. There I share a lot of free forecasts and signals. Yes, you can check that. Win rate there is very, very, very high. And also I have Instagram. It is also called Vasily Trader. Now, Samuyava says, hello, Vasily. What is your preferred broker? I use IC markets. For now, I trade with the IC markets, and this one is very good. IC markets is very good, especially because of its trading terminal, CTrader. Yes, very nice terminal. Truly one of the best in my view. And it is not the ad. They don't pay me for the promo, so I truly use it. Now, what is the minimum deposit on the broker you use? I guess around $100 probably. I'm not sure what is the minimum, but I guess around $100 or even less. Yes, but I'm not sure. Sir, gold goes up. Really? Is it really? Yeah, not really. Yeah. So it gives up, but it is not that strong. Yeah, now we are approaching that resistance cluster, so it may easily drop from the pound dollar gives up. This one gives up as we predicted. Let's hope that it will just go higher. Yes, we made a bullish forecast here on pound dollar, so let's hope that it will keep growing. Do you trade on hammer pattern? So I don't trade that pattern. I use that in analysis. So I use that for making predictions, but it is not applied for entries. Yes, it is applied for analysis purposes only. IC market is blocked in Moscow. I guess I need to move to Dubai. Yeah, or you can use VPN. Yeah, so VPN is the best way to avoid that. And yeah, so and like in Dubai, you cannot make calls on Telegram, but once you use the VPN, you can you can use it. How do I get your trading program as a beginner? So I have a book and a video course. You can check that on my website. It is vasilytrader.com, and you can check the content of the book there, and you can check the content of the video course. Yes, and if you want to learn my trading strategy, I guess that would be the best start. Jacob says, how can I install MetaTrader for my iOS iPhone? Jacob, I don't use MetaTrader. I don't really like MetaTrader, so I have no idea. It was very sad that that this one was banned from App Store. But yeah, life is life. So many bad things happened this year. So yeah, I won't be surprised if the next blow is Tether. Yeah, I won't be surprised if Tether will drop in value, even though it is the stable coin. I won't be surprised if the regulator will do something with this one as well. So a lot of bad things happened this year, unfortunately, but yeah. But I guess the best solution for you, Jacob, is not to use MetaTrader and just use some other trading platform. Yeah. Dinner time in India. Yeah. Dinner time. Yeah, probably time to finish. Yes, we analyzed a lot of things together, traders. I really enjoyed today's live stream. Yes, we analyzed so many instruments, so many questions, and I hope, traders, that I managed to answer all your questions. As always, if you want more education, if you want to see this daily live, if you want to see the streams on a daily basis, please don't forget to check my premium group. You can check that on my website. It is called vasilytrader.com, or you can text me in social networks. I have a Telegram, I have Instagram. All the links are in the description below. Also, I have a video course. I have the book. I do the one-on-one coaching. Yes, and yeah, so that's it. Don't forget to like this live stream, traders, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please don't forget to share the feedbacks, and I will see you on weekend. I will definitely prepare for you some video for weekend. Yeah, thank you so much, traders, and see you soon. And let's watch football today. Yes, I hope that France will win.